Right now, there are rumors. So it's a two-part question. There are rumors that Doug Peterson could be gone. So do you get rid of Doug Peterson? Right? Do you think Doug Peterson and the Eagles should separate ways? And there's rumors that Anthony Lynn is on the hot seat as well. If you're the Chargers GM, do you go away from Anthony Lynn? Do y'all separate ways?
I do not go away from Doug Peterson.
Okay.
Because he's won a Super Bowl. Okay. And it's recent. It's not like it was 10 years ago.
3 years ago, right? 17.
Right. So I mean, so he won recently.
Yeah.
So I would stick with him.
Okay.
I would at least give him one more year. See what happens next year. Maybe when your team is 100% healthy. Okay. Maybe if this COVID thing dies down and there's a vaccine and everything like that, and you have more of a concrete idea of what you want this team to be next year. Okay. And Lynn, though, he's got to go, man. Like they blown way too many leads. They got blown out last week by the Patriots, who didn't even have 100 yards passing. 45. Like, come on, man. He has to go. Like, I get the team is young and they have a rookie quarterback, and like they've had a bunch of injuries this year, and there's only one really good receiver. But man, you cannot constantly keep blowing fourth quarter leads and just second half leads in general to pretty much every team that you play. Like it's just something's got to stop, and it should happen this upcoming off season because they're not going anywhere, obviously. So might as well just go ahead and get that out of the way and bring in a coach that can work with a young, talented quarterback.
There's a lot of young pieces there.
Right, and the way you can hopefully try to build them up into a contender, or at least a playoff contender for the next couple of years.
Won't they still have a high pick too? They didn't trade it or nothing, right?
I don't think so.
No, they at this rate, they should be in the top five to seven.
Yeah. All right.
So they should be pretty good.
Okay, Joe, what do you think? Eagles keep Doug Peterson or split ways? Do the Chargers keep Anthony Lynn? Or they split ways?
I think Eagles got to keep Peterson. He won the first Super Bowl for the franchise 3 years ago. To run out of town so soon, I think, is ridiculous. Although maybe the secret sauce wasn't Doug Peterson, maybe it was Frank Reich. Looking at how other Colts have been doing,
developing quarterbacks. Say that
when trajectory has gone down since Frank Reich left, Colts are looking like one of the best teams in the NFL. Man, if they had Andrew Luck still, they might be the top three in the NFL.
Yeah.
But that's a different conversation. Anthony Lynn, I think I'd give him one more year. They were 12-4 his first year. Last 2 years have been rough, but those 2 years were Phillip Rivers not playing well at all, Melvin Gordon issues, and then this year, Derwin James being out, young team. Yeah. I'd give him one more year, but he'd be on a short lease. If they start off poorly next year, I think you call it quits. The Chargers organization seems to like him, like as a human being, a lot. Apparently, he's really great with a really great person. So I might give him a little bit more leash.
All right, Mo. What you think, man? You keep it. So it's 2-part question. As the Eagles GM, you keep it Doug Peterson, or you split? Cut ties with him, and Anthony Lynn, the LA Chargers head coach. Are you keeping him, or are you split ties with him?
I'm keeping Peterson at least for one more year.
Yeah.
Like Craig was saying, at least one more year. Evaluate where it is next year. Yeah. But Anthony Lynn, I think he's going to be gone. And I'm going to say this. I wouldn't even think too much about it. Like, I would automatically do it pretty much on Black Monday. Yeah, I pretty much be gone with it. But I hate to see it because, I hate to see our fellow brethren go.
Yeah.
But they gave him enough time. It's not like they're doing him dirty and they ain't giving him enough time.
Was he at 5? How long has he been there?
I think he's been there, at least 4 years. He's been at least 4 years.
4. Yeah, maybe 5.
3. The first year was the 12-4 year where they almost won the AFC West.
Okay. Got you. This is the third. Yeah, okay. So I think in that retrospect I'm going to say they need to do that now so that if you're going to do it now so that if you're going to bring a new coach in here, And I guarantee they're gonna bring an offensive guy here.
Oh, yeah.
You got a super talented quarterback like Herbert. They're not gonna bring another defensive guy in there. So if you're gonna do it, do it now and bring in an offensive guy in here that's going to match this quarterback, and then bring in weapons to help this guy. Because and let's be honest here, they're gonna bring in offensive weapons and try to promote offensive weapons because look what the Raiders did. Look what everybody else is doing to try to keep up with Kansas City. So they're gonna bring in. I guarantee they're gonna bring an offensive guy. They're not gonna bring in a defensive minded guy in here. They're gonna bring an offensive minded guy to try to innovate some stuff to try to make this juice go. But yeah, I don't see him staying. Oh, they're gonna finish the season.
Yeah. Okay. If I'm the Eagles, you gotta. Doug Peterson gets time, right? He won the Super Bowl, and they won a division last year. So I mean, you gotta give him time. As much as going on in Philly, quarterback situation, injuries, like Zach Ertz he's been frustrated. The play calling has been crazy. Maybe Doug Peterson should mix it up with his coaching staff. But I definitely would give him one more year. Joe, that you're right about Frank Wright. The funny thing about Frank Wright is people don't understand he developed Carson Wentz. He was a crucial factor in that. And Carson Wentz has steadily gone down. So I don't know if that's why I said shake up some coaching changes. And get healthy. And you got to start getting some depth too, man. So as far as Anthony Lynn, this is a sticky situation. I would like to see him get one more year, but he's probably not. The 45 donut to the Patriots. This is, I think, their worst loss in history. That just doesn't look good. And I hate to see him go, but I love to see him leave. That sucks, right? So it is what it is. He has a lot of injuries, but once they move on from him, now he's gonna get another job. He's gonna get another candidate position. I would not, but I think they have to probably get an offensive guy. I mean, you got a young quarterback, you got a nice draft pick, you got a young defense. Look, you got a rookie quarterback, and you can build around him all those pieces because he's not going to hit your cap yet for another 4 years. So you can just build up around him, and so I mean that's a premier job, and I think that I don't think the Chargers organization is bad, so I think it'll be very intriguing to a lot of people, a lot of coaches, but Eli didn't want to play there, so that's the thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on your point there about the Chargers organization not being bad.
Yeah.
The blowing a ton of leads is nothing new.
Yeah,
it's been there for decades. I don't think the coach change is going to make any difference there. I think it has to be the Chargers organization. Being someone who's watched a lot of AFC West games.
Yeah.
The Chargers have been charging for a long time.
Interesting. It'll be interesting. They said Harbaugh wants to come back to the NFL. So he's a name to look at. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if he wants to stay in college. So that'll be very intriguing. Somebody will hire him.